there is officially a brand new Miss Universe Thailand who was crowned, and I am so excited because the woman who was crowned ended up being my predicted winner. Okay, I have to admit, mine and about 10,000 others predicted winner. She was definitely the fan fave at this year's Miss Universe Thailand competition. But let's get into the competition itself. For opening number, the girls all came out in these sort of edgy black outfits. Now you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of wearing black on stage. I feel like it's not really a standout color, but I must say that these outfits were interesting in texture and shape, and so I didn't mind it. Plus the stage was so colorful and vibrant that the outfits actually looked good on this colorful and beautiful stage. After introducing the judges for about 800 years and also handing out the most needless and unnecessary awards, it was finally time to get into the top 20. And the top 20 consisted of MUT 03, MUT 14, MUT 40, MUT 07, MUT 10, MUT 32, MUT 33, MUT 11, MUT 21, MUT 01, MUT 35, MUT 31, MUT 27, MUT 25, MUT 16, MUT 12, MUT 20, MUT 22, MUT 17, and MUT 08. So I actually ended up getting 15 out of 20 of the top 20 correct, and the shocking non-placements for me were MUT 30 and MUT 02. I actually thought that these two women were great in the preliminary competition, so I was pretty shocked not to see them in the top 20. Now for the Miss Universe Thailand top 20 swimsuit competition, I must say that it all started off a little bit awkward, but the swimsuits that the girls were wearing were very nice. I do love more of a glam type of swimsuit because it's not like these women are actually going swimming. You know, might as well put them in something sparkly, something fun. It's not going in the water, so it's fine. MUT 03's girls didn't move at all. Same with MUT 14. I don't know how they do it. These must be some swimsuits. MUT 40 was just exceptional. I love her. She's just so natural. MUT 07, just stunning. Thai women are just stunning. MUT 10 wasn't great, but there was a reason she wasn't in my top 20, and this was it. MUT 32 is also so stunning. MUT 33 is insanely good and amazing. MUT 11 had such a cute little performance. MUT 21's arms were swinging too much for me, but not a bad performance overall. MUT 01, you know, another one whose chest doesn't budge at all. MUT 35 was decent. MUT 31 is very natural. MUT 27 was doing too much, in my opinion. I thought she might fall over at one point. MUT 25 had a very masculine walk, I must say. MUT 16's stagnant smile really bothered me a bit. MUT 12 was good, but not as great as I know she could be. MUT 20 is just so striking. And MUT 22's swimsuit was digging into her a bit too much. She just looked very uncomfortable, and her steps are quite heavy, and I do think that her weight has something to do with that. MUT 17 was great, and MUT 08 was great, but I do hate how we're recently seeing so many people ripping off that slow walk thing. I don't even remember the woman who actually did the slow-mo walk thing the first time, but there are so many girls sort of ripping it off. Like, no, it was cool the first time when somebody did it for the first time, but leave other people's signature moves alone. So the top 12 actually ended up being MUT 07, MUT 10, and this couldn't be based on swimsuit, for real. MUT 17, MUT 11, MUT 27, MUT 40, of course, MUT 21, MUT 01, MUT 12, MUT 32, MUT MUT08 and MUT33. And they were actually all so charming as they were being called into the top 12. They all stopped by the host and had a little something to say. Thai women are just so charming, and I actually ended up getting 9 out of 12 correct of the top 12, which is, I don't think that's bad for a non-Thai girly, you know. The shocking non-placements in the top 12, however, for me ended up being MUT03. And for the top 12 gown performance, our girl Antonia Porcel, who was Miss Supranational 2019 and also first runner-up at Miss Universe last year, she was actually performing, singing. And she was singing that song from The Greatest Showman, Never Enough. And it's a bit of a cliche song for gown, but let's be honest, it is sort of perfect for gown, and it did make it super special that it was the reigning Miss Universe Thailand who was performing it. MUT07 came out. She was very pretty. I noticed that a lot of the dresses also had thick hems at the bottom. MUT10 came in her prelim dress, and I love the feathers, but she didn't give a great performance. MUT17 just blew me away. This was a stunning look. I am absolutely obsessed with this. It looks like literal art. MUT11, I do hate the pink feathers at the bottom. You know, it's giving cotton candy and it doesn't suit the rest of the dress. MUT27 came out in a pretty dress, but not particularly groundbreaking. MUT40 brought the drama with those shoulders. Her performance just felt muted though, as if she was a little bit nervous at some point. MUT21 was gorgeous. I loved everything about her in this. MUT01 was so gorgeous as well. Her facial performance was a bit off, however. MUT12, I love the blue. It's just so gorgeous. MUT32, we saw this dress at prelims, and honestly, I'm just not obsessed. MUT08, beautiful. The bun, the earrings, everything. I love this. MUT33 could be a tiny bit longer to cover the shoes, but still pretty. So of course, after gown, it's time to step into the top 5, and the top 5 were MUT11, who was in my top 5, MUT17, who just stunning at gown, MUT40, who is my predicted winner, MUT08, who is so pretty, and MUT07. So at the end of the day, I got only 2 out of 5 of the predicted top 5 correct, which was MUT11 and MUT40. But I am, however, still very happy with the other women who did end up making top 5. I do feel like they deserve. However much I would have liked to see MUT33 and MUT21 in the top 5, I am happy with who we ended up with in the top 5. So for the top 5, the girls obviously got asked different questions, all of them, and some of the girls answered in Thai. Obviously, I do not speak Thai, unfortunately, and so I really didn't have a way to sort of process what the girls were saying, but I was looking at body language, and MUT11 answered her question in Thai, but she did seem confident about it. MUT17 had a gender equality question, and she did answer well and in perfect English, so at least I could understand MUT17. MUT40 answered in Thai, but I gather that her answer came down to the fact that Gen Z has more empathy, but I could be wrong. MUT08 had a climate change question, and she answered in English as well and gave a perfectly acceptable answer. You know, it's matter-of-fact kind of answer to the question at hand. MUT07 also answered in Thai, unfortunately. They all answered so confidently, whether it was in English or Thai, that I honestly didn't know at this point who was gonna place where, because it could be anyone's game at this point. But at the end of the day, it was MUT11 who ended up as the 4th runner-up, and she was actually my predicted 4th runner-up as well. So at this point, I had hope for myself and my little prediction that I made, and MUT07 was the 3rd runner-up. Now, to my surprise, they actually split the girls once again into a top 3, and so the top 3 actually ended up being MUT17, MUT40, and MUT08. And for final Q&A, they did the iconic, the legendary Miss Universe way of doing things, where there are some guys on stage with some headphones playing music up to decibel 1000, and the girls had to put these headphones on while the other girl was answering her question, because they all got the same question at the end of the day. And the question came down to, what does women empowerment mean to you? MUT40 answered confidently in Thai. MUT17, where are her earrings? Were they gone the whole time? She answered beautifully in English, but the fact that she didn't have any earrings was quite strange. I could have sworn that she had some. MUT08, definitely not the best answer. It was pretty like everyone is a princess kind of answer that she gave there. So obviously it was time for Antonia's final walk after this. Oh, it's always so bittersweet watching a queen do her final walk, especially one as special as Antonia, our Miss Universe first runner-up. And oh my goodness, I've been obsessed with Antonia for like 5 years. It's a problem at this point since she won Miss Supranational all the way back in 2019. And she actually came out in her dress that she wore at Miss Universe, which is so special. This is such a typical Antonia look, you know. It is a bit demure, it's low-key, because usually for final gown or final walk, we see the queens come out in these extravagant looks, you know. And Antonia she came out in her little Miss Universe dress, similarly to Michelle D from the Philippines. Actually also wore her Miss Universe dress for her final walk as Miss Universe Philippines. Miss Universe Thailand wore her Miss Universe dress, and I actually think that's quite special. Do you think that they were in cahoots? Do you think that Anne and Michelle were because we know they're friends? Do you think that they planned this together? Because her walk, her final, because that's just so cute. It's just so special. And I don't know why, but they had these little girls singing the Miss Universe Thailand theme song whilst our top three were doing their final look, you know, coming on stage before getting crowned, and that just pulled on my little heartstrings. I don't know, whilst the top three were walking, a thought just came across my mind that Thai women are actually just so enchanting. There's just something about them. And so the final two were announced, and it ended up being Phuket and MUT40 Bangkok. And obviously that means that MUT08 was the second runner-up, which made sense after final Q&A. And so the moment finally arrived for us to meet the new Miss Universe Thailand, and it ended up being obviously MUT40 Bangkok. And she was just stunning, and she was the one that everyone actually predicted, well, not everyone I suppose, but like majority of people predicted, wanted her to win. She's competed at Miss Universe Thailand before, and she, I feel like, deserved this win. Although I really do like MUT17 Phuket. I do feel like after what we've seen from her, she probably could do an amazing job representing Thailand at Miss Universe as well. But we have a new Miss Universe Thailand. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know. What do you think are her odds at placing at Miss Universe? I'd love to know. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.